All right, so for this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate the course and how to find your R code and everything you need to do the labs and to succeed in this class. So, because I think there's been some confusion and I want to help everyone just so we're all on the same page. All right, so first, you'll click on this course. You'll end up, I think, at this page. Don't bother with all of this. I mean, the main thing is all of your information is on this home page. So you'll click on the home page and you'll see this. There's the virtual office hours with the each week Zoom meeting chats. You should be able to click on that and that should take you to the Zoom meeting. If not, I've been sending out emails to everybody. If you're not getting those emails, please reach out to me. But you should get an email each week that invites you to the next week's our help. If you can't make those meetings, totally reach out to me. Come ask for help. We can do a one-on-one. I am more than happy to meet with people one-on-one. Normally, if this was in person, we would have these lab times where I could go around and help everyone with their R code issues. But because we can't do that, we have to be more proactive about it and set up one-on-one times. And I can't, unfortunately, see where we are until I get the labs back. So, and that's another reason why it's helpful to turn in the labs on time, because then I can see problems before it's the due date. The other thing is, if you want me to check your labs before you turn them in, I'm happy to do that. And when reaching out to me, reach out to me on my email. Don't use Canvas, just go straight to my email. So in any case, all that is how you can get help. And like I said, please come reach out to me so I can help you beforehand. We can work through these little kinks because they're going to be kinks for everybody. Okay, so in terms of finding the R code and finding the videos, you can click on each week and there will be some content for you. Week 1 has a lot of essential descriptions on how we use R and how we use our R code and RStudio and things like that. So if you hadn't had a chance to look at some of these things yet, this is super, super helpful. In particular, really both. This one has a little bit of help on the end on how to upload data sets, and then here is the fundamentals of how to use R code. But if you've already done that, then you can click on the week that you are trying to do. And there's a little explanation here on what's going on, and you know your mastery quiz and all that, and then you click on this R code. And it'll bring up the R that you need for the lab, most of it. Usually the R practice R code I have has the difficult R code from the book, and I explain kind of what's going on. Sometimes the R code is just from the book. And you can see your R code from the book if you... I have the online version. You may have it in person or the physical copy. But for this chapter, we see correlations, and they have, oh look, they also have an explanation on how to calculate a correlation by hand. That's nice. So that's where I got that from, right, for your lab. So if you're ever wondering how to do something, it's either in your book, it's in the Practice R code, which comes from the book. Nothing is out of the realm here. It's all from this book, essentially, because we're online. I'm following very closely with the book. Oh, that's how you calculate a scatter plot. That's needed for your lab. So here's how you do your plot. Function, that's the R code, right? And then for that, I actually, because in the lab, I ask you to name your table, or sorry, your graph. So I show you here how to do that. And then this is, oh look, we need to interpret the correlation coefficient. Partial correlation. That comes up. And here's some more R code. So all that to say, if you're wondering where to find your R code, first read the chapter. There might be R code in there, and there's usually an explanation of what the R code does and what it means. If once you've done that, then you can look at the practice R code, and then I provide some information on how this works, some contextual information, and I show you kind of what's going on. Then you should have a pretty good idea of what you need to do for your lab. And you'll make your new RScript folder, which I show in the other video that I posted this week, but I'll show you again here. You select new up there, or you can do file, new file, RScript. And then you'll start doing your lab for the week. And you can comment out the task so I can see more clearly and what you're doing. And then there's a lot of overlap, right? So, I need to load in a new data file for this lab, and I'll name it what she told me to name it. And, a lot of it, like I said, is coming from this practice R or from the book. If you're finding you have errors or something, please come out and reach to me and we can work through it together. What else? Oh, yeah. If you're wondering too, there's also like this, you need to download a data file. Where do you get the data file? The data file comes from this page. So you download it and you'll load it in. And in the other video I have should explain how you can do this as well. And so does the video, one of the videos from week 1. I believe it's the first one. Anyway, so that's where you get your R code. If you're confused, reach out to me. If you have errors, reach out to me. If you're spending hours and hours and hours and hours doing something, definitely reach out to me before you do that. Oh, and then once you're done with your R code, you'll just copy it and paste it into your Word file that you turn in. The nice thing about having the R code is then if there's a mistake with how things were reported, I can look back and see if you did things correctly.